What's up, everybody? Ho, 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 and welcome to a very special edition live for Christmas. Whoever is on, I would like for you to say hello. Leave it in the comments, please. And we will get started in just a second. As always, I give some time for people to get on. I need to get set up right here. And then after that, we will get started. Today, we're going to be talking about the cloud to ground approach. It is a way for you to be successful for 2025. An actual road, like a plan, a roadmap, so that you can reach whatever level of success that you need, that you are looking for in your life. Spotted 365, what's up? How you doing? Welcome, everybody. All right, let me put one of these comments up here. There we go. Spotted 365, how you doing? Eric Buss, what's up, brother? Nice to see you guys. Thank you very much for saying what's up. We're going to give a few minutes for everybody to log on, as always, so just bear with me. Nora says she is the second member of the posse that gets on. Hi from Columbus, Georgia. Awesome. How you doing, Nora? Nice to see you again. By the way, so I'm always reading comments. I don't mean to be rude, but I'm reading comments over here because I have them on the screen, and then you guys are over there. So if you guys see me doing that, well, that's what's going on. Let me just get started right here. Today, again, we're going to be talking about the cloud to ground approach. This is a way for you to be successful in 2025. I want to make sure that you guys feel comfortable with whatever goals that you are going after in 2025. Because this is a channel for reselling, we are going to be focusing on business. But what I'm about to teach you guys will go for pretty much anything, any part of your life, which is the great thing about it. We'll wait for a couple of more people to jump on. Everybody, whoever's watching, please say hello in the comments. I want to see who's on, and that way we can get started. Oh man, I hope you guys are having a good fourth quarter. I've had a pretty good fourth quarter. There's so many changes coming in my business that I'm excited to introduce them and talk about them with you guys as we go along in 2025. But I'm having a huge change in my business, and I'm excited to share that with you guys because maybe it'll give you some ideas of what is possible for you, what you can do, what is possible in general in business, and what is possible in your life. That is the goal. Let me say hello to a couple of other people. Carol Percy, hello. How you doing? Another member of the posse. Nice to see you again. Miss Kelly 222. Hi, ho ho ho. Ho ho ho. I had to color myself coming because come on. You know, you got to go all out. And by the way, after this, I'm going to go have dinner. And I think I'm gonna wear this. I'm gonna go out, have a good time. Every time that we have a live, my girl and I go out and have dinner afterwards to celebrate a good thing that we're doing. A good thing that I am trying to help you guys move forward, trying to do my best to do good in this world. In this case, it's because of business or for business, and that's all right. David Kilber, how you doing, brother? Hold on one second. From Milwaukee. Come on, there you go. How you doing? We're going to give it a couple more minutes for people to log on, and then we will get started. We are talking about the cloud to ground approach today. This is my own approach. This is my own way of doing things that I have used for a very long time. I developed this in 2013, 2014. I was with a very large company. They took my approach and then melded into whatever they wanted to for themselves, along with other ideas. So therefore, I kept it the original way, the way that I wanted to teach it to other people so that they can get to their goals. This is something that I've been wanting to release for a very long time, and it will come up again through 2025 with other materials or other ways of implementing it to get to your goals. That's the goal. All right, who's this? Let's see. Jason Curry, what's up from Florida? How you doing? All right, we have a few people on. Let me see my stats right here. We have quite a few watchers. Quite watchers. It's like eBay, right? Quite a few viewers. I'm waiting to see who else is going to jump on, and then we're going to get started. We have a good day planned for you guys. So the whole idea is that I'm going to show you what you can do to get to your goals. I'm going to give you the how-to, as you know how I do, how to do it, how to find out your goal or how to find your goal, how to get the step-by-step, and then we're going to do an actual example using the cards right here. I'm not going to show you yet, but on the back side of this, there's some writing on them that I'm going to show you how to actually use it, because the proof is in the pudding. If you don't know, like sometimes we talk about general things, right? General plans, general ideas, but sometimes those ideas are hard for some of us to implement into our life. Well, how do I actually use it? How do I do this? How do I do that? So today I'm going to show you, again, the approach itself, why it works. We're going to show you how to do it by doing a how-to. And then I'm going to show you, with an example, how it actually works. As a note right now, if you guys want to follow along, which I do recommend, you're going to need, hold on one second, I have cards. I made notes for myself because I am horrible. I forget a lot of things, and that's all right. You're gonna need 9 sheets of paper and something to write with. I prefer a pencil because if you make a mistake, you can erase it, but a pen is just fine. So if you want to follow along, which I do recommend because trust me, this works, and I wholeheartedly believe it, grab 9 sheets of paper now while I'm waiting for people, saying hello to everybody in the comments, and then we are gonna move forward. In fact, let's see who else is on. D. Lynch, what's up from PA? How you doing? Thank you very much for joining. Annette Horn, hello from East Texas. Nice. I can't say welcome to Texas to you. Celebrating your lives is a great tradition. Oh man, I love it. I do, because I put in so much effort and time that I just want to do the best for you guys. I want to do the best for me for sure. I always want to be number one at everything that I do. I want to do the best that I can. But I want to do that best for you guys, and I want to celebrate that afterwards, because celebrating any win, big or small, doesn't matter. You should do it. It helps you. It makes you happy. It feels good. And not in a pretentious kind of way, but it celebrates you doing something for yourself to push your life forward. Sky, nice outfit. Hold on one second. Oop, there it is. What's up, Sky? Oh my God, I hate this mouse. Sometimes I need a new mouse pad. You guys want to send me one? Sky Vasquez says, nice outfit. Sky actually is the only one privy to this information because I went through this whole program with her about 2 months ago. Just about a month and a half to 2 months ago. She is part of the 45 caliber membership, which I am, it's going away for 2025. I'm gonna be doing three memberships still. The Posse members can do the first tier, which is 380 caliber, the 9mm and the 45, but it's gonna be a different price point and you're gonna get different things, just FYI. And I already talked to Sky about this. We had a great time last time that we did this. Spotted 365, my girl Kim says hi. How you doing? And Delicious Chemistry, hi from Montana. Hey, hi. Hello from Montana. I bet it's cold as hell over there. All right, that is enough people that are on. By the way, does everything sound okay? Volume okay? Because I tend to be really loud. And when microphones are right here, because it looks nice, sometimes they get super loud. So let me know in the comments, please. If everything is okay, we are going to get started. And Allie says, I made it finally. How you doing, Allie? Allie is part of the Resolutions Posse. Thank you very much for joining us. All my levels look okay. I think that the sound sounds okay. It looks okay. And if you guys haven't said anything, then we're going to be moving forward. All right. Today, for those of you that just jumped on, we're talking about the cloud to ground approach. Before we start with any of this, let me explain something that I do every single year, and I recommend you do every single year. And you can do this, it doesn't have to start January 1st, it can start it whenever. Whenever you feel like you need a redo in your life, you can do this. There are three main things that one should focus on in order to move forward in life, in my opinion. The mind, the body, and the business, for us that are in business. The mind, the body, the business. If you're at home, it sounds good, right? The mind, the body, the business. The mind, the body, the business. The mind, the body, the business. That's what you should focus on. And let me explain what I mean. The mind, the body, the business. Thank you very much. Woohoo! I even got beers coming and everything. Let me sit up here. So what do I mean by the mind, the body, the business? Every single year, I give myself goals. One goal, the first goal always is the mind. Take care of your mind. What do I mean by that? Every single year, I focus on one thing, one skill that I need to acquire and master, or as close to mastery as possible in 1 year. That means from day one, January 1st to December 31st, I'm not doing anything else other than trying to master that skill every single day of the year, because that is what's going to get me to my next goal. And that's what's going to keep me sharp. Let me offer the skill that I'm going to be learning this year. I'm going to be teaching myself slicing software, or for those of you that are tech geeks, like AutoCAD, like how to draw things, how to 3D model things so that I can print them in my printer. If you guys already know, I have the Reselloupe. This was drawn out by me on paper, and in fact, I've never shown this to anybody. I'm gonna show you guys now. So you guys can see what the process was before and what the process is gonna be in 2025. Hold on, let me find it. This took me, I did this over brunch with my girl on her birthday. And that is the original drawing. I drew that myself quick. And I said, I have an idea, I wanna get it out there. So what did I do? I drew it out, but I didn't know slicing software. I didn't know how to use AutoCAD. I don't know how to 3D model. I can, I'm sure, but I'm not a pro. So I said, what did I do? I said, I need to find a pro. So I outsourced that task to somebody. Paid, I think it was like 35 bucks, which is nothing. 35 bucks. Within 1.5 days, the guy sent me the 3D modeling or the STL file so that I can put it into my printer, my 3D printer, and start making money and start providing this to our community. And I'm telling you all this because my skill is to learn that software, learn how to do all this. That way I don't have to rely on someone else. And it's not even about the money. I don't care about that. I'll pay 30, 40 bucks, 50 bucks. That's nothing. Pay them, easy. But the point is that I need a new skill, because when my business starts growing and growing and growing, and we have a line of printers printing and printing and printing, if something happens, I don't want to be like this, like an idiot, like in the corner, like, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? I need to call this guy and this guy. Like, no. Daddy's going to take care of it. Me. I want to take care of it. So therefore, I'm going to learn a new skill. And that is going to keep my mind sharp, because trust me, it's super hard. And I just invested in a brand new printer. So these things are constantly sold out. First of all, because you guys are awesome and a lot of people bought them, but they're constantly sold out because I can't keep up with demand, because we have older printers that, first of all, they went to shit quick. We fixed them, they went to shit again, and I just keep fixing them. And I said, no. Like, if this is gonna go forward and we're gonna be doing all kinds of products in 2025, then I need a new printer. So we invested money into our business, and by we, I meant my brother and I, and we have another partner. We invested money into this, and we are gonna start making a bunch of other products with that. But going back to the mind, the body, the business, I recommend you stick to one thing. Pick one skill. And it doesn't have to be business related. It can be play the piano, learn the guitar, ride a motorcycle, ride a bike, learn how to mountain bike. Whatever, like, there's so many different things that you can do. But that's where it starts, the mind. Now let's go to the second one, the body. If you don't feel good, physically, if you don't feel good, if you don't look good, if you look at yourself in the mirror and you hate yourself, that's a problem. That's going to keep you behind. So I always dedicate the body. I always teach myself new things on how do I work out? What is my goal? You know, what can I do that's better so that I can stick to it so I can go to my goals? And I'll give you the goal that was for 2024. I said, I need to go up in weight from 160 to 170, and I went up to 170. The issue was that it was not the weight that I wanted. I didn't lift enough. I didn't do enough strength training to be like, to look more muscular, because, you know, who the hell doesn't like that, right? Because I am really into mountain biking and I do a lot of cardio, and that loses, like, because of cardio, you lose a lot of weight, and you don't have a lot of time to lift either. And these are all excuses that I'm making that I'm making up for myself. But the point is that I got to my 170, but I didn't get to the 100% goal, and that's okay. This coming year, I want to maintain my weight, but turn it into a different looking physique. Again, the mind, the body, the business. For me, the body, you need to feed yourself properly. You need to work out, do some type of, it doesn't matter if it's walking, running, it doesn't matter. You need to be active. And this isn't a workout channel, I know, but I always talk about this because I see people all the time when I'm reselling. I'm there, you know, buying, right? And then I see somebody like having trouble breathing, or they're just tired within 1 or 2 hours, and I'm like going for 12 hours a day, 16 hours a day. It's like, nah, man, that has a lot to do with the way you eat, the way you treat yourself, and the way you feel. If you can change all that, you know, you're gonna be good. So those are the two things, the mind, the body, and then the business for 2025. Today we're gonna be focusing on the business. Why? Because, you know, this is Resolutions. This is what you come for, right? Because Resolutions gives you real solutions. So that's what we're gonna provide today. I'm gonna provide that for you guys. So what am I talking about today? The cloud to ground approach. Let's first talk about what success is and why this is gonna work and why you need something like this, why you need a roadmap. First off, success needs hope. The cloud. Success must be planned to the ground, and success requires action. You need an approach. You need to make sure that all those are all encompassing so that you can get to your goals. It's not easy for sure, but success needs hope. This is why the cloud to ground approach. The whole point to my approach is so you can have your head in the clouds with your feet firmly planted on the ground. That's the goal. You need to be hopeful. You need to be a dreamer. You want to have it all. And you need to think about that. You need to be in the clouds. Your head's like, oh my God, I want to have that Lamborghini. I want to have that $1 million home. I want my kids to have whatever they want. I want to make so much damn money that I leave them everything. They're never going to have to work if they don't want to. You need to have big goals and big dreams. Success needs hope. Because when things get hard, shit, you're going to give up. So you need to be hopeful. You need something to reach for. That's when we start with the cloud to ground approach. Your head is going to be in the clouds, right? So how do we firmly plant our feet on the ground so that we can actually get there? Because those big dreams, they're exactly that. They're big dreams. They're huge dreams. And they're going to be very hard to get there. So the cloud to ground approach must be planned. You must have a plan. Why do we have a plan? Why do we need a plan? I've heard this before from a ton of people. I want to have a $1 million home. Okay, great. How are you going to do that? I don't know. One day I'm going to have it. Okay, that means shit. Nothing. You can have all the hope in the world, but if there is no plan to get there, you're not going to get there. Anybody that has had any level of success has always needed a plan some sort of plan. The plans will change for sure. It'll meld into something that you didn't even know that you even were going to do. But you have to have some sort of plan, because we as people, we let things go too fast. If we don't have a plan, if we don't understand what is going on, if there's too much going on, then we won't do it. Our dreams will die with us. We'll take them to the grave. And that's not okay. I want you to have whatever it is that you want in your life. I want you to have all the success in the world. And that's why I'm doing this today. Last but not least is the most tough thing to follow. It's the biggest hurdle to overcome. Success requires action. Again, I hear people all the time, I want that $1 million car. I want that motorcycle. I want the house. I want my kids to have everything. Okay, what did you do today to have that? Well, nothing, I guess. I went to work. I came home. I opened a beer and I was on Netflix. Okay, tell me how the hell does that get you to your goal? It doesn't. So success requires action. That is going to be the most difficult one, and that's why I'm going to give you an actual example of how to get to your goal. A real example. Woo! Speaking of success, who bought the Reselloupe? Was it one of you guys? Somebody just bought it. By the way, there's 5 left. If you guys want the Reselloupe, you got to get it now. My printers are going to be set up by Monday, actually by Tuesday, and they're going to be printing again. So if I run out, you got to have to wait. I will have some up by Tuesday or Wednesday. You know me, just a plug. Because I get questions all the time, so I said, you know what, let me just do it now. But getting back to the cloud to ground approach. First is first. For those of you that got your papers already, because I did say, for those of you that are here at the beginning, grab 9 blank sheets of paper and a pencil or a pen. I prefer pencils because you can erase, and I just love pencils. But you can grab a pen, whatever you want. 9 sheets of paper. While you guys do that, I'm going to give you a second. I really want you to participate, because action, remember, success requires action. Take some freaking action. Go grab those papers and do it with me now. I promise you this is going to be good for you. I wouldn't do you guys wrong. While you do that, while you guys go do that, let me say hello to other people that got on. Let's see. Valores perdidos. Muy flaco, Santa. Feliz Navidad. Dios conceda todos tus sueños. Gracias. She said, you're too skinny. That I'm a skinny Santa. Happy Christmas, and may God concede all my dreams, my hopes and dreams. Thank you very much for that. Happy holidays, fam. What's up, man? Happy holidays. And Valores Perdidos says something else. Para obtener el éxito también es importante ser un balance en vida. Dios es importante. To have success in this world, you have a balance of life and your creator, your God. I get that for sure. All right. So for those of you that got your papers, 9 pieces of paper, grab your first one. We're going to do this quickly. First, you have to identify your goal. Before we get into any of this, we're not even anywhere near here yet. Before you get into that, what is your goal? Do this now. Choose 5 goals for 2025 that would change your life drastically. Let's make them business goals. Again, you can use this for your mind and your body and everything else, but today we're doing business because this is Resolutions. So give yourself 5 goals and write them on a piece of paper, whatever they may be. What could they be? I want to make more money in my business. General goal, that's too generic. Make it more specific. I want to make $500 a week in my business. I want to source better merchandise in my business. I want to get rid of all the categories and only do one category in my business. I want to fill in the blank. 5 goals. Once you have them, now that you have them, let's think about this. So I am a genie. You just rub the lamp. I don't know what the hell a genie looks like. I don't know why I'm doing this. But I am a genie and I'm going to grant you one wish. You can have one goal and one goal only from that list. If that's the case, which goal would be the most impactful if I could give you that tomorrow? Which goal would change your life drastically to where you'd be like, oh my God, it doesn't look like, it doesn't even look like my life. It's so different. Which goal would that be? And for those of you that are saying, well, I want all 5 of them, hey, let me tell you something. There's always one that supersedes all of them. Think about it. Pros and cons. There's always one that is going to be above everything else. Once you identify that, circle that sucker a bunch of times and set that paper aside. Once you do that, grab your second sheet of paper, write that goal down on that sheet of paper, big, bold as letters. That's it. Just write it in the center. You're not doing anything else. Just write that goal in the center. In this case, we are going to talk about, our goal is going to be $100,000 in sales in 2025. And whoever bought the Reselloupe, thank you very much. Just sold another one. $100,000. That's what your paper should look like. If that's what you want, write it down. Once you have that there, you understand where you're going. One goal. That's it. Everything that you do from here on out, the entire year, I don't give a shit what's going on in your life. Doesn't matter. If you really truly want to get to your goal, everything, all the energy that you expend doing all kinds of things, sourcing, buying, talking to people, trying to market, trying to talk to a bunch of different people. Whoever bought that other one, thank you very much. Reselloupe. Whatever you're doing in 2025 has to be towards that. It has to be in the benefit of that goal. You said you wanted that goal. I'm going to help you get there. But you have to stick with it. There's no, well, in January and February, nah, yeah, I'm going to change it. Nah, hey, think about it. And if this is too fast because you guys are writing it down right now, that's fine. After we get off the live, you guys will take time to think about their goals because it's going to be the entire year. You're not going to stray from this. This is what you're going to be doing. And we're going to get there. I'm going to help you get there. So now that you have your goal, right? What's next? Let's talk about the how-to. But before we talk about the how-to, if you guys are liking this so far and if you like the channel, please give this a like. Share this with anybody that needs to see it because I know that there's a lot of people that need to hear messages like this. And hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already. And thank you very much. And of course, hey, buy the Reselloupe before it sells out because I think I got 2 left or 3 maybe. I've already sold 3 just right now. Awesome. And thank you very much, guys, for supporting my business and my family. Okay, how to. How do we get to those goals? Before the cloud to ground approach, believe it or not, this is all encompassing in this. How to. First of all, you need to visualize it, you need to verbalize it, and you need to write it down. You already wrote it down. This is your goal. Well, this is the goal that I'm using for the life. $100,000. That means that you will be a 6-figure seller. And we're gonna verbalize this right now, and we're gonna say this in present tense. As in, I make $100,000 in sales in 2025. I make $6,000 a month in 2025. I make 10 sales a day in 2025. Whatever the goal, just make sure that it's specific and that it's something that you truly love and you will work for because it's going to be hard, but you will get there. So, you know what? Let's use this. We wrote it down. Now we have to verbalize it. Again, I make $100,000 this year. And you have to say it out loud. And if you sound crazy to other people, who cares? Doesn't matter. You can do it in the street. You can do it in your car. You can do it every single day. You're going to verbalize it. When you verbalize it, your brain says, oh shit, This person, whoever it may be, already knows that they're going to get there. So I have no other recourse than to help him or her get there. All the energy that I'm going to input, it has to be towards that, because there is no maybe, there is no failure. It's like, okay, well, he's saying I make $100,000 in 2025. So if you're so sure that that's going to happen, your brain, I swear to you, your mind will do everything possible that you didn't even think of, because it's a for sure thing that's going to happen that year. You're telling your brain, what else is it going to do? You're giving it a command. Now we have to visualize it. You can visualize this sitting down in bed, outside. I don't care how you do it. I'm going to tell you how I do it, but that's just me. I'm going to do this standing right now because I'm with you guys, but usually I go outside and I'm in the grass when the sun's out because I just feel good. Look. Oh, shit. Wait. Man, I need a stretch more. I'm barefoot. I'm always barefoot. I love being outside. I love to feel the earth on me. That's just me. So I go outside and I lay down and I see it. You actually have to see it. What do you see in your bank account? Do you see $100,000? When you look at your homepage on the eBay store, does it say $100,000 in sales when you do the year to date? What do you see? What does your 90-day total say? What do you see? 23 grand? 25 grand? Close your eyes and picture it. You have to see it. You have to visualize it in your head. If you can do that, everything else will come towards you. Everything else will work. Your body will work. Your energy will work. Everything will align and you will get to your goal because you already saw it. You're already there. It's just a matter of walking there. And that's when we kick in to the cloud to ground approach. But before we do that, so you visualized it, you verbalized it, and you wrote it down. Step 2, you got to set a target date. A goal without a date means nothing. A dream without a date means nothing. You're just like, oh, I want this and I want that. Okay, by when and how? Set a target date. Our target date is going to be December 31st, 2025. And we're going to go over this, the last live of next year. If everybody's with us, we will go over this and see where we're all at. At least you guys will see where I'm at in 2025. Things that I say out loud, like here, I'm not just talking shit. I'm going to actually do them as well. Thank you very much, everybody. Whoever bought the Reselloupe, I think I have 1 or 2 more. I don't know. I lost count. So set a target date, whatever the date may be. You don't have to follow my dates. It can be 30 days from now. It can be 60 days from now. It can be June, July. Depends on what your goals are. And when you're setting a target date, you have to be realistic. And I hate using that word because some people, realistic means negative. They're like, oh, that's unrealistic because they can't see bigger. But for example, if you say, I want to make $100,000 by tomorrow and you only have 100 units in your store and they sell for 20 bucks, that's impossible. You can't get there. So don't be crazy. But set an attainable date that pushes you forward. Just don't spread it out too much because humans, if you guys didn't know, when we set a date, we tend to take that entire time to do it. When we set a shorter date, guess what? We get to our goals faster. As long as it's actually attainable. So set a date. Step number 3, list what you need. What do you need to do to get to 100K? I'm not going to tell you that because I don't know what you sell. I don't know where you are. I don't know how you source. What do you need to do? For example, list everything that you need. How much money do you need to buy more merchandise? What kind of merchandise are you going to buy? Do you need a new car to drive to more places? Do you need a van to pick up bigger items? What do you need? What kind of support do you need? You list everything. You make a big ass list. It doesn't matter how big it is. Just make a list of everything that you need. Who do you need to have in your party of people to help you get to that goal? List it. specific names, phone numbers, times they're available, emails, it doesn't matter. Just put everything down and be specific. If we're talking about goals, if you want to really go get your goal, then put in the work. Put in the work. Put in the work now and reap the rewards on December 31st, 2025, when you look back and say, holy crap, the cloud to ground approach worked because I stuck to it. It was very hard, but I'm here and I got there. I want you to feel what I have felt many times in the past. I set my goals and I get there and it feels so good. I want you to feel that way if you haven't already. Okay, step number 4, make a daily checklist. Okay, you made a big ass checklist. Who do you need to talk to? Whatever, right? Every evening before you go to sleep, sit down. I like to write, so I put these down because when you write, it does something to your brain that you can't get from typing. It just feels better and your brain understands it better because you're thinking about it and you're writing it, so the mechanics just work better. So I write everything down. I write what I'm gonna do the following day from morning to when I go to sleep. I have sections of time blocked out to do what I need to do when nobody can reach me. You guys, my family, nobody. I'm by myself and I block out time to figure out what it is that I need to do, how it is that I need to move my life forward. And it works out great so far. So every evening you sit down and you make the schedule for the following day. You should probably do it, a week out, 2 weeks out, 3 weeks out, however far out you can do it. And it can change for sure. You can, make some things up. That's no problem. But just have a goal. You have a checklist of daily things you need to do. What time do you need to wake up? How many items do you need to list? How many items do you need to ship? Where do you need to go source? Who do you need to talk to get money to buy all that product? Because, the product's not free. It could be, but most of the time it's not free. You're going to go spend money. Where are you going to get that money? How are you going to get that funding? All that. So make a daily checklist every single day. And then, this is the most important one, take action every day. That's all you're doing. If you go through everything, you visualize it, you verbalize it, you write it down. Step 1. Step 2, you set a target date. Step 3, list what you need. Step 4, make a daily checklist. Step 5, take action every day. That means that if you make a checklist, you do what's on that checklist. If you miss a couple of things here and there, no problem. You can push it over. You can understand, just get some introspection and say, why did I miss that? What happened? Why did I not talk to this person? Maybe I was sick. Maybe I just, I missed the bus, so I didn't get there in time, whatever. You can always change it. That's fine. But you have to take action towards that goal in 2025, like you said you would. You have to take action every single day without fail. And every ounce of energy that goes out of your body has to be in service of that goal. You can include your family, you can include anybody, but it has to be in service of that goal for the entire year. No ands, ifs, or buts. If you do that, believe it or not, little by little, you're going to feel good. You're going to start getting there. You're going to get closer. You're going to get closer. And then in December, you're going to be like, woo, damn, I can't believe I'm here. I can't believe I'm here. I can't believe I'm here. And then we do the same thing again for 2026 because why not? I have a lot of goals and they're never going to end until I die. Until somebody puts me in the ground or, natural causes. I'm going to go forth with all my dreams and goals, everything that I've always wanted, I'm going to get it. And if nothing else, I'm going to try to get it. I'm going to work for it. The last and final thing, this is an additional step, is that you always evaluate. Because look, you're making all these checklists, you're doing all these things, right? If it's not working in 30 days from now, you're like, oh, Damien, it hasn't been working. Okay, well, you have to redo then. That's okay too. You can change your plan. That's no problem. As long as you stick to a plan, you change your plan. Okay, what are you going to do next? Well, clothing wasn't working from this thrift store, so now I got to go over here. Garage sales suck because I'm in PA and it's cold as balls, so now I got to do something else. You know, you evaluate everything that you're doing and then you redo. This entire thing is the cloud to ground approach. For me, what we are going to do in just a sec is the best thing, because when I show you and when you see it, you're like, oh my God, like I understand it now, because if you see it, it's so much easier to understand it. But before we do that, I wrote some notes for myself to explain to you the cloud to ground approach and how, if you follow all those steps and if you start looking at your goals, what you want is to focus on the entirety of the goal, and then your plan, as we go down, you're going to focus on the details all the way down so that the details can eventually form your goal. That's what we want. We got to focus on the details. We got to make sure that we are putting our energy every single day into little steps that will get us to where we need to go. And that brings me to a quote that I found from Michelangelo. Michelangelo. Trifles make perfection, and perfection is no trifle. Damn it, boy. It hit me when I read it, because I said, you know what? That is so true. And let me break it down even further. I'm going to break down the quote itself so that you guys can understand my thought process. First, he says, trifles make perfection. What seems trivial or minor contributes to perfection. The little things may not stand out individually, but collectively create something extraordinary. It's the little things that put together that you create something extraordinary, which is your goal. For those of you that make $1,000 now every month, 100K in a year seems freaking unattainable. That guy's crazy. I can never get there. I know that some of your inner talk is saying that. Well, let's prove your inner talk wrong. If that's what you want to do, if that's where you're going to be, if you want to be a six-figure seller, let's prove it wrong and let's get there. And I can help you. The second part of that quote, he says, perfection is no trifle. This reinforces that perfection itself is a serious endeavor. You have to take it seriously. One can only get there by paying attention to the details. Perfection is not one single achievement, but the sum of many refined and perfected smaller achievements. Ah, su madre. No, hombre, güey. That guy knew what's up. Michelangelo. I love that because it's so true. And by the way, perfection doesn't actually mean perfect. Perfection is whatever you deem as perfect. Whatever you feel that your business should look like or will look like. Those small steps that you're going to create through your checklist, through doing all your how to follow the cloud to ground approach, all those little steps are going to get you to 100K. They will. That's how I did it. And when I got there, I was like, holy crap, no mames. It took me a while, but I said, hey, I got here, baby. And it was good. And it was good. Okay. I'm going to show you guys now what this looks like. For those of you that actually have paper in your hand, if not, go grab it right now. In fact, let me look at some of the comments while you do that. You need 7 other sheets of paper so you can follow along, and trust me, it's going to be impactful for you. Okay, let's see. Woof. Let me go back up. Hold on, where are we? There we go. Mike Scavone, I bought it, buddy. Great idea. Thank you very much for the purchase. Juana Martinez, happy holidays. How you doing? DH just arrived. Awesome. That's great. And by the way, I don't sell stuff that I don't use. If you guys go to my store, it's not going to be on all products because I just made it and I'm not going to reshoot. But the new products, a lot of them have this when it's appropriate. That doesn't mean you have to use it every time. You use it when you feel that it's appropriate. Let's see. ¿Qué onda, cuz? Elgin. What's up, Jixer 750? That's my cousin. Man, we grew up together. we just had a great time when we were real young kids, but our families always lived next to each other. And I mean, we don't now because, you know, he has his own family and I have my own family and we live in separate places. But what's up, brother? ¿Qué onda, güey? Oh, he says, pinche beard. Hey, I had to color, bro. ¿Qué más hago, güey? It looks good, man. I really liked it, except it was all drippy earlier. Valores Perdidos says, bendiciones para todos los que siguen tu canal. Feliz Navidad. She says, thanks to everybody and happy holidays to everybody who keeps being on the channel. And thank you very much for that. Fart Sack Jack says, hey, what's up, brother? Let's see, what says brain wake up work for me. That's true, that does happen, man. Sometimes you gotta tell yourself, hey, órale, 90-day total, $12.78. That's okay. Doesn't matter, you can start with $1. You can still make it. Hey, I didn't start at the very top, bro. I didn't. Resell Crazy says, hey, everybody. Ain't much chatting here. I know, what's up, man? What's going on, guys? Participation is always key, remember. You need to have action. And when you start participating with others in your space, it helps a lot. It helps with your mood. It helps with your energy. It helps with everything. Let's see. Oh, snap. We are live with Santa. This is as Santa as I can get, except for the belly. Except I am growing a little belly. What the hell, man? I think it's all the beers. That's all right. I guess this guy is in the real one, though. A little small. Yeah, for sure, dude. That's what everybody said. Thanks for that. Evening, everybody. It's Susie Q96. She is part of the posse. What's up? Well, that's enough to make me quit altogether. I don't know what you're talking about, but I understand. Merry Christmas, everybody. How you doing, Lucy the dog? Also part of the posse. Thank you very much for joining. Boat says, ho, 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 Reseller Claus. How you doing, brother? Nice to see you again. Hey, that reminds me, before I go to the last example, and after that we're done, I got this. This is also something that I use for my mind, my body, my business. This is for my mind. I just picked this up. It's called Math Art. I'm going to start reading this. It basically shows you things that are in nature that can be broken down into math that are gorgeous. Like that. There's just so much. If you guys don't know anything about me, know this. I love math. I love science in general. And I learn as much as I can in all these subjects. Two more and then we're done. Ryan Taylor, it's stoked is about the Christmas retail arbitrage. Is this about the Christmas retail arbitrage? No, not yet. But I will. You know what? I'll tell you guys right now. If you guys don't know this, what is it called? Big Lots is going out of business. Actually, I was going to buy clearance anyways, but now they're going out of business. They're at 10% and 20% off as of today, 50% off Christmas. But the retail arbitrage for Christmas should be done on the 26th or a little bit earlier if you have enough money. Start buying inflatables and things that you're going to resell in next year. Now, you need to have money for this because you're going to store them somewhere and they're going to have to wait. But trust me when I tell you this, the resale value on, for example, something like this little clause right here, he's a mold, I forgot what they call that, a blow-up mold, not a blow-up mold, a blow mold, sorry. Or the blow-up Santas that you put outside, the big-ass ones. If you can pick those up and hold them, if you have enough money to do that, hold them to next year and you can charge retail prices. You can get them at 50, 70, 80, 90% off depending on where you're picking them up. So that's what I recommend. And let's see, one more. Susie Q, my typing typos abound. That's funny. And Caleb, ¿qué onda, loco? What's up, brother? Nada, nomás aquí pisteando. And for those of you that are in Texas, I have to say this just because I have to say this. This is Tecate Light, and they have a 12-pack of 16 ounces right now for $11.98 at H-E-B. Damn it, if you guys don't know, trust me, that's cheap. They're normally 15 bucks, so I bought a shit ton. Not that I like to drink, you know, chingos, but, you know, when in Rome and when they're cheap, come on, bro. All right, let's get this done, guys. So for those of you that have the 7 sheets of paper, you're going to write these down if your goal is going to be 100,000. This can also change. You can do 50,000, 30,000, whatever the case. But if you want to be a 6-figure seller, this is going to be specifically for you. So this is what I'm going to do first. Let me switch over my camera. I'm going to show you guys. And don't mind the doggo because he's asleep. He's my blind doggo. I'm gonna put this down right here. That is our goal. That's what we want to reach. Actually, there we go. You guys can see it? Awesome. You guys can see my feet too? Awesome. That's our first goal. So how do we reach $100,000 from this starting point? Your starting point, make the two papers. One says 100K, way the hell over there. I can't reach it from here, it's too far. And then one says I make 100K. We are gonna play the floor is lava. I can't touch the floor, I can only touch paper. Can I get from here to there? Shit, no. My legs are not long enough, and if I jump, first of all, I'm gonna slip and fall. And second of all, there's no way that I can do it over there. I'm not a basketball player, I'm not a pro player. I can't make it over there. So what do we need now? We need to make steps to get there. We need to make sure that we don't burn ourselves on the way. We need to make sure that we don't burn out our dream thinking 100K, and then we don't know how to get there. That's the point to this exercise. So again, write it down, 100K, put that sucker all the way over there. If you're in your living room, put it far away. You have kids? Hey, that's why you have kids. Mándalos. Send your kids. Hey, put it over there. Right, the other one says, I make. And then we keep going. Next goal, or next step, $20 AUR. And I use $20 because $20 is very attainable for almost anybody in the country. And if you tell me no, you're lying to yourself because I know that this can be done. $20 AUR means average unit retail. Average unit retail. So every item you're gonna sell for $20 or more. $20 AUR. You're gonna place it in front of you. Ah, floor is lava. Ay, güey. Ya me quemé. Woo! $20 AUR. Let's do the math on that. Actually, I'm too close. There you go. I ran out of space. What's the math on that? $20 AUR into $100,000 gives you 5K items. You need to sell 5,000 items in 1 year to get to 100K. Boom. Here we go. And hold on. You're not gonna see me, you're gonna hear me. 500K. So, sorry, 5K. So you gotta sell 5,000 items. You're right here. We were back here, now we're over here. Next one. You're gonna divide 5,000 items. You're telling yourself, 5,000 items, Damien, it's insane. I can't even sell 30 items, I can't even sell 20 items, and you're crazy. Why are you making me go crazy? Why are you stressing me out? I'm gonna make it easier for you. I understand 5,000 items sounds like a big ass number. I understand that it makes you stress out. I get it. But does this make you stress out? If you divide 5,000 items into 365 days in 1 year, 13.69 items per day. That's what you gotta sell. 13.69 items per day. Let's put that one down right there, right by Charlie and his butt. What do you guys think so far? 13.69 items is not a lot of items, huh? Not a lot of items. Okay, I'm running out of space, so I'm gonna move this sucker over here. Okay, so now what? We have 13.9 items, or 13.69 items that we need to sell. That means that in order to get there, you need to make, or you need to buy items with high STRs, or high enough STRs, with things that people wanna buy that sells 1% of the store per day. This is on average, by the way. Most people sell 1% of their entire stock per day. 1%, this is your goal. So you need to buy items, you need to sell 13.69 per day, right? But in order to do that, the most average and best way to do that is to sell 1% of your store per day. That's the goal. So you need to look at your STR, you need to look at anything you need to look at in order to get to that goal. Now we're gonna put this down right here. And where's the last one? What does that mean? In order for you to get to 100K, you need to have a store of 1,369 items that you need to carry the entire year. If you're not here yet, I understand. If you can get here and you're gonna miss a month or two because you gotta haul ass and get your numbers up there, I understand that too. And you're gonna miss a couple of months, fine. But you can get there, you're just gonna have to speed up the process, and towards the end of the year, you're gonna have to sell more items. That means that you're gonna have to increase. And that's just the way it's gonna be. But if you carry a store of 1,369 items, sell 1% per day, hold on, let me show you. If you do everything that I just told you, there we go, you will get to 100K without burning yourself. Woo! Let's go back now. Ay, way. All right, I'm gonna leave those on the floor. But do you guys see how easy it is? Do you understand what I'm doing? A lot of the times, we set a big goal. 100K, no hombre, wey, no mames, 100K is way too much. How the hell am I actually gonna get there? Well, let me pick them up. Let's run over the list again. Let's run through it. In order to get to your, oh wait, hold on 1 second. What's up with my camera? I'm over here, camera. Hey, even robots, man, la cagan. If you want to get to 100K, if you want to make 100K, you need, this is considering a $20 AUR, you have to sell 5,000 items, which turns out to be 13.69 items per day. Considering you're selling 1% of your store, you need a store size of 1369. That's it. If you can increase your AUR by $10 and you can do a $30 AUR, then you can redo the math. The math is not hard. You can do a $50 AUR, and the bigger the AUR, the lower amount of items that you need in your store. It just makes sense, it's math. So now for those of you that are thinking, Damien, how am I gonna get there if I only have 500 items? So does that mean that I need to list 800 items, within this year so I can get my store to there? No, that's not how that works, because you have to account for the items that are selling, and you need to account for your growth velocity. I'm gonna give you guys, I'm not even gonna show you because a lot of you are gonna get all jumbled with the math, but I'm gonna give you a generic view of what this sounds like and what this will look like for you. Let's say that you want growth. You want to grow from 500 items to 750 items to begin. Just so you can hey, I need to get started on my goal to get to the 1300, but I need to start in a smaller one. Let me get to 750 in 30 days. What does that actually look like? That doesn't mean that you have to list 250 items a day. That doesn't mean that you only list 250 items. It would if you can do it. If you do it 250 in one day, then you're good, you're there, right? But that's not the point. Most people don't do that. Most people do 5 items or 10 items a day or whatever, right? Okay, so let's do this. 500 items times 1% is 5 items. If you're selling 1% of your store, like we said, you're selling 5 items a day. So day 2, 500 items minus the 5 items that you're selling per day, plus 10, that means that you start listing 10 items per day so that you can increase your store size, equals 505. You listed 10, but you only increased by 5 because you're selling the other 5. If you do this math every single day, but you increase it because every single day, so yesterday was 500, now it's 505. And then the following day it's gonna keep increasing because your percentage starts taking it out of the total. So the more items that you put in per day, the more you're going to be selling. That means that the velocity has to increase quite a bit in order for you to actually grow. This is why most people don't understand that they can never get to, I can never get to 1,000 because, oh my God, they're happy about the sales, but they're not happy because they don't put enough energy into the movement. So what do? After you do this for every single day, I made notes for myself, by the way, because of the math. So you have to account for the replacement of your units over a 30-day period, and then over the 30-day period, there's 174 sold. If you do units sold 174 plus 250 in growth, That means that you have to be listing at least 14 to 15 items. So if you were listing 5 and you go listing to 10, it's not going to do it. You have to list it to 15. That means that you need to list 3 times the amount of items in order to increase 250 items more in your store and carry them consistently. Crazy, huh? Once you do the math, you're like, oh shit, I really thought that if I just listed one more item, I was going to do better. Like, you will do better, but it's going to take a lot longer. And I explained this to you guys because I want to make sure you understand that the growth, the velocity has a lot to do with the amount of energy that you're putting into your store. And there's no other way around it. You can't go around this. You have to understand the math. For those of you that don't like math, for those of you that don't like to do math, for those of you that don't want to hear anything about math, let me give you a suggestion. You can go and use an AI like Grok from X, from the formerly known as Twitter platform. You can use ChatGPT. You can use any AI and tell it what you want it to do, and it'll give you all these numbers. That way you don't have to do them. I prefer to do them by hand first, and then I verify with the ChatGPT or Grok. I have both, just to make sure that I'm right. But they can help you so that you don't freak out. Does that make sense? So again, if you want to make 100K this year, I want to make 100K this year, but my area only has $20 AUR that I can consistently source. That's okay. That means that I have to sell 5,000 items this year, which turns out to be 13.69 items per day at a 1% daily rate sold in my store, which gives me a store size of $13.69. That's what you have to do. That right there, my friends, is a plan. A real plan to get from here all the way over there. So you can't say that you don't have a plan. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I love this. This is the cloud to ground approach. The how-to, doing the plan, actually going through with it, making sure that you understand how to identify a goal. You understand what success requires. Success needs hope. Success must be planned, and success requires action. Remember that. And you can do this again for the mind, the body, the business. The mind, the body, the business. The mind, the body, the business. The business is a lot easier to do because we have tangible goals and we have, it's money, it's easy, it's numbers. When you're talking about something internal, or I want to feel some kind of way this year, that's a little harder, but this approach works. Trust me, it works because it's what got me to be a 6-figure seller, to grow my business, and to continue to grow my business. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. I've been using this since 2013 or 2014 when I developed it. I don't remember exactly when it was. I've been using this in a very good way. I feel good about it. It helped me so much, and I hope that it does the same to you. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying on here. Thank you very much, everybody, for all this. Let's see. Where's Bruce? I already hit Big Lots. That's awesome. I'm glad you hit Big Lots. And Bruce was actually there. Hold on. Míralo. He's right there. He's with Santa. He was making sure that you guys are understanding what the what the example was. Bruce is going to be making a lot more appearances this year, so it's going to be good. Bolt says BJ's has 250 count 2020 for $3. I don't know what that is. I don't know what you guys are talking about, but I'm going to say okay. Oh, 250 count tissue paper. Freaking awesome, because I bought some last time at I think I sent a short to my posse members, and I got some at Hobby Lobby for nothing. And I have chingos of them because I do use them for jewelry and for other things like shoes and stuff, for things that are expensive, because it just feels better. Girl feet. What the hell, man? Nah, bro, these are man feet, bro. Come on. Ariana T says, I'm an everything seller. I have issue with organizing my inventory. It takes over the house. Okay. If you have a problem with inventory, go to my videos. I don't remember exactly right now what it's called. After this, after I finish the live, by tomorrow, I'll put a link down there. But I have a video specifically showing you the 2 ways that I use to do my inventory, because clothing uses a certain SKU system and then everything else uses a bin system. So it's a numerical system, and the other one is numerical and alphabetical, but it's a different system. By the way, if you were part of the posse, first off, it can cost you about $3. It's $2.99 minimum, or $5 or $10. If you're part of the posse, you would have had this question answered last week because somebody asked it and I went into detail. The posse members get one thing that I love to do, which is called What the FAQ Thursdays. On Wednesdays, I send out a post. They get to ask me whatever questions they want, reseller related or not. And the funny one, Boats always sends me a bunch of questions that are non-reseller related, which are awesome. We have a great time, and I go on Thursdays, I deep dive into all your questions. So it's not an answer that I can give you in one sentence. It's like, okay, you really want to know about how to promote a product like this, how to make it, how to build it. I can deep dive into that, no problem. I love to do that for my posse members because it really solidifies your question. Like it makes sure that you understand completely what you're asking. And I love the deep dives because I do so much research, and I do this without editing, and it is just a conversation like that. You know, it's no ads, no editing, and full-blown me. So if you guys want to know the other side where I get to cuss a little more, because this is public, so I can't really do that because the algorithm will strike me. You guys can become part of join the posse. Like I said, it's at minimum $3, $5 to $10, and you guys can get stuff like that for 2025, which is, I have so many new things coming out for 2025. It's going to be great. Next, Allie. Hello, Bruce. He's hanging out with Blow Mold Santa for sure. Blow Mold Santa's kind of pissing him off though because he's a little too close for my taste, but that was my girl that put him there. He can blame her for being a little weird. It's Susie Q96. I miss HEB. Used to live in Texas. They also had a place called Fiesta. Yeah, Austin has Fiesta. My cousin that lives in Mexico, in Monterrey, he supplies, I believe, a different version, but like just a big enough or almost large enough chain as Fiesta. He supplies all kinds of things you eat, like cookies and drinks and stuff. It's pretty cool. Treasure Valley Picker. Hold on, let's see. Watching you finally got off my butt in gear and put an inventory system started. Awesome. What a game changer. Thank you very much for your insight. You are very welcome. Hey, they really are game changers. If your inventory is everywhere, you can just assume that you're not going to make any money. You can't find it. You're going to start getting strikes. You're going to start losing people's shit. They're not going to trust you. That's horrible. There's two systems. Look for the videos. Just go to my channel, click down videos, and then just search for, I think it's called inventory. I need a new inventory system or something like that. I don't remember. Sweetheart, if you're listening, can you search for the video, please? And give me the title? Thank you. My assistant and cameraman, she's not doing the camera right now, but she's going to search and hopefully she can find it. And let's see, Eric Buzz. Jam some Green Day and make some green for real, bro. Man, I really want to. So moving forward in 2025, my channel is going to get better in all kinds of ways. I'm going to start adding music. I'm going to add things that just, it spruces it up. I just want to have so much fun with you guys. But the number one goal is to keep with the good, effective content. All the bells and whistles are awesome and fun, and Bruce is great. But the effective content is what you guys are going to get. The best content that you can get so you can make money. That's always my number one goal. All the bells and whistles are just because it's fun, because I love to do this. This is my dream right here. This is my life. Delicious Chemistry says, as far as math art, look into the Fibonacci sequence. I do. I understand it already. I used to teach it to my gifted and talented students. It's fascinating. Awesome. In fact, let me just share a story. I'm already over by 9 minutes. That's all right. You guys can chill for a little bit. Let me share a story real quick. When I was in 4th grade, I was considered not, what do they call it? ESL, English as a second language student. So they thought I was dumb. They put me in the lowest classes because you didn't speak English. And I did speak some, but my parents were, they were from Mexico. They had immigrated here to the States, and they used to look at me like I was stupid. But then in 4th grade, Ms. Bustamante, if you're watching this, I don't know how you would or why you would, but if you're watching this, ma'am, thank you very much. I owe a lot to you. In 4th grade, she noticed that I was way more advanced than all the other kids around me. I picked up math fast, I picked up reading fast, language, everything. So they moved me to the 5th grade. They moved me into GT courses, which were gifted and talented. Now I don't know what bullshit they call them. They always change them names, but they changed me, or they transferred me into GT courses, and I did super well. At that point, they started calling me Mr. Perfect because I had to have a perfect score for everything. I was very competitive with myself and with other people. And then in high school, I went to shit because a lot of other things, but that's another story because I was a horrible teenager. And mom, if you're watching this, pues ni modo, ma, ya sabes. And next, Homeless Flipper says, I think you mean ASA or ASP, average sale price. Yes, ASP as well. You can call it a bunch of different things. It just depends on who you're talking to. I've done ADS as well, average dollar sale. There's just so many different ways you can call it. I use AUR, average unit retail, average unit resale, because I used to use AUR as well, average unit retail. But that's another story because I worked retail for a long time. And Susie Q96 says, this is outside my goal. I just want to make 5K for a putt-putt car to get to the drip. That's fine. You see, this is the point. This is why I'm telling you. Change this to 5K and do the math. Run the numbers. In fact, change this and tell your AI to do it for you, and you don't have to do shit. And it'll tell you exactly what you need. Exactly what price point, how many items you need, and all that. You don't have to want to be a 6-figure seller. You don't have to want to be a millionaire and a billionaire. Most people don't understand that. Money doesn't mean success. Not just money. Success can come in a bunch of different ways. It can be through family. It can be through experiences. It can be through travel. It can be through changing people's lives. It can be through everything. Hold on one second. Thank you very much. My cameraman says reseller inventory systems, clothing and everything store. That's what the video is called. Reseller inventory systems, clothing and everything store. So go to my channel, search for it, and that's what will be there for you, waiting so you can understand what the systems look like. I'm hoping that helps. Okay, next. Treasure Valley Picker says, right now I'm happy with 14 items a week. That is great. Like I said, you don't have to have aspirations toward 100K. Maybe that's not what you want to do with your life. I get that. This is why my store is changing so much. And you guys are going to see it in tomorrow's video, on Monday's video, because I'm getting rid of a lot of product that I'm not going to carry anymore. I'm not downsizing, but I'm getting rid of a lot of categories. And I'm going to focus on my own products for this year, which we already have 2 in the back burner that we are working on, my brother and I now, and we're gonna be doing that this week because my family and my brother are gonna come for Christmas. I have the printer that I'm looking at it right there, and I'm not gonna set it up without him because it's kind of our thing. So we're gonna set it up together. We're gonna get started doing everything that we want to do. So whatever your goals are, that's fine. Just readjust. But the cloud to ground approach doesn't change. It's the same shit. Just readjust what you want out of your life, out of your business. If you can do that, you're good. Jay Free. Hold on, there we go. I love math. How did I know you were gonna say that, bro? Because you like science. Last time we were talking about this, and I'm like, yep, I bet he's gonna say I love math. Jay Free is also part of our Resolutions posse. Thank you very much, brother. Life of Mim says, okay. I don't know what okay meant for, but we're gonna skip that. Jay Free and the beard. Ho, 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 suckers. I love this, man. I'm gonna go have dinner right now with all this. DH says, bought my loops yesterday. Great idea. Thank you very much for this is the comically large one, by the way. This is the one that I use for videos because it's big. But thank you very much for supporting my business and supporting my family. Very much appreciated. And they'll be there, I'm shipping out tomorrow, so they'll be there. I guess if they ship out tomorrow and we have Christmas coming up, they'll be there in 4 or 5 days. hopefully. Caleb G says, when would you suggest starting to do retail arbitrage for all those Xmas returns? Yeah, for real, bro. Okay, so you know what? Now that you bring this up, let me say this. You can start doing retail arbitrage now, but I will say this. Next year, because this does happen, it happens in Halloween too, people will or can buy your item, use it for Christmas, and then return it to you, and you're gonna take those hits. It can be a large part of the business if your business isn't that big, so just be careful with that. But for the most part, most people don't do that. They do it mostly during Halloween for costumes. There's a horrible story that I read that this guy lost like 50 G's. 50 G's from returns from assholes that wore it and then sent it back, because that's a douche thing to do. And if you're one of those and you're watching this, that's an asshole thing to do, and I'll call you out for sure, because you shouldn't do that. Number one, because it's just plain wrong. It's just morally wrong. Number two, because as a seller, you should know that you don't want somebody to do that to you. And I'm sorry to get aggressive, but damn, dude, because some people just go balls out, bro, for real. Life of Mim says, Bruce is a sexy puppy chulo. That's right. He's sort of Asian and also Hispanic. Because he's red right here in his face. I'm like, man, I'm going to paint him a little browner. Treasure Valley Picker says, your picture taking setup with the foam board has been a lifesaver. Talk about upping my game. Awesome. I'm glad that you're using that. It's cheap. It's such a space saver. And actually now I'm going to need more space because we're going to put in one printer. I'm probably going to order a second one. So these printers, by the way, are like these big ass printers like this tall and this wide. They're chingonas. So I need space for that. And you guys will see next time that I shoot a video in there in my processing room, you guys are going to see the difference. I'm glad that you used that, brother. Treasure May says, great information. Thank you. You're very welcome. All right, let's run through these and then we're going to be done because I am hungry, suckers, and I want to go eat dinner. Jay Free, less than gas station coffee. That's right, bro. $2.99 is all it takes at minimum so you can help the channel advance and you get additional content. Number one thing you're doing by joining the posse is that you help the channel stay afloat. You help me do this because this takes a lot of my time that I could easily invest into buying products and doing other things that make me money, but I want to help you. And if we help each other, that's great. Plus, you get additional content, like I said. Caleb G says, how do you join the posse member group? Click the join button down below. Actually, yeah, it would just say join. It should be on your live too. It's a little gray button or a black button. You can click it there. And if you do that now, you'll come up on the live here and it'll pop up and it'll say whatever. And I'm not trying to call you out. If you don't want to do that today, that's fine too, brother. Pero hey, I gotta sell, bro. ¿Qué pedo? Siempre, güey, vendiendo. All the time, vendiendo. Todo vendo, güey. DHS, my foam board helped another alcohol to freshen clothes. My number one, though. Oh, that's good. Okay, it says, yes. Sorry, foam board, it's really tiny. I'm sorry. Foam board helped also, and then alcohol to freshen up clothes. I use that all the time because sometimes we get some nasty smelling clothes, and I don't want to be washing it all the time. And here you go, baby. Hold on. Espérate, güey. That's funny. Always be closing. Look, it says, ABC, always be closing. You sold me. Es todo, pinche Caleb. Hey, that's good, man. Hey, from the bottom of my heart, really, thank you very much for becoming part of the posse. I hope that you enjoy the additional content. 2025 is going to be a little different. I'm going to be adding more things that are not specific to just thrifting and garage sales and stuff. I'm going to be talking about making your own product, doing private labels, doing things like that for those of you that want to skyrocket, that maybe you don't want to make $1,000, and no offense to anybody else, but maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe you want to make 100 grand, 250, 500, and so on, like me. I will share what I can with you guys in 2025 so that we can all move forward with our own, doing our own thing. DH says, oh, I already did that one. Hold on one second. Hourly Flipper, awesome, glad to be here. Thank you very much for joining us. I don't think I've seen I think it's probably your first time on live because I wouldn't remember that little cat. It's a cat, right? I don't know what that is. Is that a cat? Oh, shit. No, mames. It's a hand with money. Hey, from over here, because it's so far, it looks like a cat. I cracked myself up. Oh, say, hold on. Sorry. Mariana Colzer says, thank you. Merry Christmas with joy and happiness, health, prosperity, and creativity. Thank you very much. Same to you. Hourly Flipper, face fuchsia, white eyes. I don't know what that is. Hourly Flipper says, hate to have to leave so early. Take care, everyone. Merry Christmas. Thank you very much. Now, we're almost done. Thank you, everybody. And let's see. Chingon. Awesome. All right, but everybody, thank you very much. I have just one last thing. I wrote it down somewhere. Shit. Because I have a date for you guys. Oh, there it goes. Okay. The next live is scheduled for January 19th, and that one is going to be a party. Well, suckers, you can party at home with me, but you can't be here with me, unfortunately. But hopefully by then, I will be at 10,000 subs. So that's going to be just a celebration. We can talk about whatever it's going to be. Ask me whatever the hell you want. And we're going to be having a party. I am going to have some drinks. I'm going to have some stuff coming up that is going to be exciting and fun for you guys, as you guys already know. It's just going to be a little different, and I'm hoping that I can get to 10,000 subs. Like I keep saying, please share this with anybody that needs to see it. Tell them to subscribe and to give the videos a like, because it'll push me out to everybody else. Oh, somebody also said that, I guess a channel that has 20,000 subs, I forgot his name, but he picked out one of my videos and he was doing a, what is it called? A reaction video, which is super cool, and it's the one about cleaning VCRs, which I just did. And if you're watching this, thank you very much. I am so sorry that I don't remember what your channel name is, because I had to search for it. But I'll send you a thank you and a what's up, brother. That's it, everybody. Again, next live is January 19th. Let's hope that I can get to 10,000 subs. For those of you that already subbed, thank you very much for being part of Resolutions. If you want to keep moving forward in 2025, want some additional content, you can always join the posse starting at $2.99, going up to $9.99, depending on how much you want to help out the channel. And that's it, everybody. Thank you very much. See you in the next one. Peace. Merry Christmas and all that happy holiday stuff. It's going to be good. Ah, su madre. And it's still cold. All right, let me finish this. Woof.